Let me say welcome, man.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, man, it's been a while. It's been a while since you and I sat down to have a vibe.
Long time.
It's been a while. Like, Kranium has never been to this studio before, guys, right?
Yes.
And we've been here so long. So, there's a lot of catching up to do this morning. First of all, I definitely want to say, congratulations.
Respect.
Congratulations on the continued growth,
Respect.
the determination, the persistence, the defeating and defying the odds. Yeah, man, it's a bunch of things, guys. When we speak about Kranium, for those of you who have been paying attention, this man has been able to accomplish a lot of things that the industry seems not to want to give him the credit for, even though he deserves to give him the credit for. And you guys know my thing, right? I like to give people their flowers while they're alive and while they can hear it. And I like to speak about their journeys, right? Because I feel like when you know the journey of the artist, you appreciate the music a lot more, right? So this morning we're going to talk about Kranium's journey. We're going to talk about the good things, the bad things, the in-between things. But one thing that I do want you guys to understand is that he is one of the artists that absolutely does numbers, right? And we don't talk about the numbers enough because a lot of times hype takes the place of the actual numbers.
Yeah.
Right? How does that make you feel sometime when you realize that you're part of an industry that the goal is to actually sell music and lead charts, but at the same time it seems like everybody doesn't get rewarded when they accomplish that achievement?
I mean, every artist want that acknowledgement of the work that we're doing, 100%. But you have some of us where we just it is what it is because some get for dance abroad, while some get for dance yeah. It's just the whole game is, and some of the time it has a lot to do with the artist himself too, because not all of us is very what's the word I try to find, like the foolishness, the bag. Me personally, I like the bag of excitement, to be honest with you. I've never been that kid anyways. I always just chill, let us all a vibe and energy. You know what I mean? So I think some artists just don't care. Them just do it them feel for and just browning with it. Me just more cool and chill, honestly.
You just cool. So it never comes to you that the industry is not really recognizing your steps. Do you feel that way sometime? And be honest with me.
To be honest, as I said, every artist want that thing there. But for me personally, I just feel like my situation is very unique, and I had to sit down and think about it, because at the end of the day, think about it. I'm in a dancehall space, living in New York City, right? Which you understand what I'm saying? So think about this now. I'm hitting with, like said, weekend, nobody else know, early out in my career. So the tour aliens them time. Was the $10 sign, that era there, right? With just a start. They don't look at me as an R&B artist, even though I'm putting up R&B records. Then the dancehall side don't look for me like a dancehall artist, because I fired him there. So I'm in the middle. Get where I come from? So now I have to balance my fan base, which would be like, say, the urban kids or Caribbean kids. You understand? Then me still have to please the real core at the side of it. So me just in the middle. So I've never made it become a problem. I just know him say, yo, what I work here go be double, It can't be.
What was your initial your initial ambition? Like, so I know that Yardman, dancehall, reggae, that we grew up on, right? When you became an artist, was your ambition to fit into that space, and then something else just happened that threw you into another space, or were you always just shooting to be into another space?
Honestly, I was always making music, We never really have, remember, we young, so we have no direction. Most of us problem is as artists is that we're talented ourselves without no direction. So when me start music, I wasn't thinking about what's gonna come ahead. We just make songs. But it just so happened that because I grew in New York, I'm using terms where the Americans them understand, and then the Yardman them understand, Jamaican understand. You know what I mean? So it's not like say me have a plan to, you know what, me boss now, me going this way, me go do this, or yo, me going. No, it's just that I was just doing what I have to do, just naturally, like organic, everything that's work. Because I'm on tour with Tour Lanez, me, Tour Lanez, Jacquees, Chance the Rapper, A Boogie, we up on the road, right? So me I see that side of things there. Then me still a touch on one night to the Caribbean them and move other side and then we a drop song like buy where you want buy. So me I get exposed to both sides.
Both sides.
And shout out to Pee because Pee safe buy. Matter of fact, it's so funny. As I talk about what I wanted to do. I wanted to be a writer, to be honest with you. Like that's where it really started because buy where you want buy was a mother of the song. When me sing buy where you want buy that was a mother of the record. I'm saying to Pee and we had nobody came out the time yet. He came out and I said, yo man, you gotta keep this record. Me I said, no man, we have to keep this record, you know. And then the song come out and us work on a level. So I say it's just like there was no direction. History was a mother of the song also.
So this is interesting. So in the beginning, you just wanted to write songs for other artists.
Not necessarily I wanted to write. I had no direction.
Right.
And I just knew my music was good. So I'm like, remember, all right, who knows Kranium's story from the beginning? Remember, I've always been like a teen star, per se. So in Jamaica High School, if you go to U.S.market and you go to Springfield, no matter which school you're going in New York at the time, as far as like the dancehall scene, you know who Kranium was because I always had a following. You understand what I'm saying? So I always had the following. I just didn't have no direction. So every summer, like P when me just meet him, have a meeting, he must say, yo, every time I come back in a Queens, him go up on tour and come back, he might hear me. Because I was always consistent amongst the Queens sector.
And amongst the youngsters.
Amongst the youngsters. So Joe Young them a play, like the young youth them we are running the place on the street and I selected them, a Kranium them a play. You understand? But the song just never move outside of that.
Right.
So as you say, me never really have a direction. Me just a sing song and the opportunity to come and meet certain people. I say, oh, you know, said my father sing so good on this. Yo, I wonder if I can go write for Denica, Jamaica. Yo, me go write some song for Tifa. Like that was the mindset I had, rather than say, yo, me I go just boss and
So you in the beginning, it wasn't you being an artist.
No.
It was more you writing songs.
Yes, even though I was dropping songs for myself, the direction that I really wanted to go was just like make music. And if an artist wants it, and I'm gonna take it. Like,
you take it.
That's
so you wrote the first song for Movado, which you had in mind to give to Movado, which was
Buy Way One Buy, which is Lifestyle.
Lifestyle.
Yeah.
Now, Pee Wee hears it, who's your manager, and says, keep it. Don't give it away.
Yeah, don't give it this. Put this out. It's not gonna work. I mean, I say, it should work, because remember, nobody else know became this big song. I mean, I say, yo, I want to go back somewhere else. And I say, yo, don't get caught up in that thing where you want, because you have a girl song, you feel like you have a part two. You know, like, if you say nobody have to know, no, you want everybody have to know. You know what I mean? Say, yo, allow that alone. I remember that vividly. I mean, I say, all right, you know what? I trust it, I say. And then the song just come be a big stamp, you know? Like,
and so did you actually get a chance to even introduce the song to Movado?
One. I got the chance to, History. History was a motherfucking song too. Like that, the voice, everything is so funny. Now I link me and say, yo, I like to think that go on with Clash, I go on with him and Kill at the time. And me I say, yo, me have that song, you know, yo. But then I think him and Julian just fall out. And me and Julian was very close. So I feel like it never ever get in the tunnel for each this. So it was one of them things there.
Just one of those situations.
Yeah.
So for those of you who are not following the conversation, because of course Kranium is calling names that you guys wouldn't know because you're not in the industry. So Pee Wee, of course, is a childhood brethren of mine that grew up in music, who also manages Kranium. He's in the building, so big up to Pee Wee, right? Kranium makes a song, and this is after Nobody Has to Know, right?
Nobody has to know.
So Nobody Has to Know, which we're going to talk about in a second, because I think Nobody Has to Know is the beginning of history being made here in New York City, right? Now, I'm not saying that artists has never made hit songs from New York before. We had Shinehead, we had Shaggy, we had Red Fox, we had Squeechy Don them. But in our time, right, or in the later time of the dancehall space, when Kranium dropped the Nobody Has to Know, right, it became a resurgence of the organic way that music is supposed to make it to the top of the charts. For those of you who don't understand, let me explain, right? The song started bubbling in the parties first. The sound systems got all involved in the song, and we just saw it grow organically from that. By the time this song took off, there was really no reason to have to be servicing it and convincing people that, hey, this is a big song. The song was just ginormously big. The subject matter was relatable, right? The melody was very, very catchy.
True.
And as you said, by that time, you already had somewhat of a fan base amongst the young kids in the neighborhood as well, right? So if I'm thinking correctly, and those of you who grew up in Jamaica, Queens, and in Queens can correct me, Kranium would be the first artist to bust from this neck of the woods, right? New York has always had Shinehead, Brooklyn or Bronx, right? What was going on in Brooklyn with Shaggy, Red Fox, and Rayvon them. But Queens, we did have artists, but we never had a big artist, right? Yeah. I'm trying to give you guys a visual of the history that's being made here with this whole emergence of Kranium, right? Nobody has to know drops. Everybody starts to think about, yo, who this youth? Yeah. And the song keeps us going and going and going and going. Now, before we get to the Movado situation, back to the Movado situation, what was that like? When did you find out that Nobody Has to Know was a major, major song?
It's funny because the first night I posted a song, I've been posting pictures and music for a long time. But the repost and the comments on this is kind of different. And it's so funny, we only had one verse. When I uploaded that song, I only had one verse. And it was a whole, I know this song would have been big when Mr. have problem with uploaders. Like, me and Johnny Wonder, like, legitly, like, go back and forth. You know, because I wanted him to upload the song. And him said, no, he not do it. That's the God there, if I let me tell. Him said, him not do it. I mean, I said, what do you mean? Because that was the only channel that we know. Remember, right. All we know is we are watch YouTube, the JJ were fresh them, and the man will upload the thing up on YouTube. So the only tunnel that I knew was that. I would know say, yo, Johnny, I upload everything. And he must say, no, Ray. And then when me see him call back, like probably like 5 months, 6 months after, I would say like 6 months after, like the April or something like that, me I say, all right, let me sit down now. Now me have options now. Let me just think, you know what I mean? So
now you can say
yeah,
no.
let me think now, you know what I mean? And yeah, so that's when me really know so this song really move. But the funny thing about the record is, me never say a song, boss, dead, boss back, dead, then boss. Because the song came out, I would say 2013, but we finally got an international radio 2015. Mm-hmm. So 2013 to 2015.
2 years.
2 years. So that's when I got to the one-hit wonder phase. They must say, him is a one-hit wonder, not understanding that at the time, me just trust the process of the management and I say, oh, this is what gonna happen, this is what gonna go. And then there was so much thing that was happening during that 2 years that made so much sense. So I just followed through. We never drop a next single to like try to kill that single because I knew it was an opportunity for just like really like use this for really launch my career up on a different level.
And that's what I admire about the whole process with Kranium as well. Like, you can see that the approach was well put together.
Yeah.
Normally, you know, an artist, a dancehall artist, is not going to wait on the song to go where the song needs to go. Them are going to drop 5 more because, you know, the phone them now ring or whatever the situation is. Them only have one song for DJ on the stage show, so they must say, no, man, I got to add to it. But you decided to wait.
Yeah, man.
And we organically saw the song grow. As you say, it slowed down, it picked back up, it grew, slowed down, picked back up, until now every single commercial radio station that you turned on, it was there, right?
100%.
So in the midst of that now, you're saying that while you was waiting to get it to where it was destined to be, you were trying to write songs and think about who...
Yeah, I was just recording songs, but as I said, by the time when Pee Wee and Pierre got involved, obviously things changed because now we have a direction. You know, now we have a plan. But I was still just like, the one thing I can say me definitely proud of myself is because it took a lot for me to like change in the sense of like, just imagine you have one of the biggest songs and you have put your trust in 2 persons and tell yourself to wait. You know, I feel like it took a lot of courage at the time for me mentally to like really sit down and say, yo, what do you mean? Them
right, because if they were wrong, it would have messed up everything.
Yeah, I understand myself. If a man a drop song and I feel like this is your moment when you're hot right now at the time to put out music, like, that's the way me I think. I mean, I say, yo, me really sit down and wait and this thing. And then the whole process of like, brother, me used to, like, me tell this all the time, like, imagine you have the biggest song. Nobody else know is the biggest song in dancehall at the time when it came out. Biggest song. But me I take a lot of plane and me there 37D. You know, then me I said, no, sir, I don't want this. Then me I said, me ask a window seat. Then, you know, me go to 27, you know, like at the F at the window. Then me I said, no, you know what? I think I changed the equipment, man, more a little. Yo, I'm not forgive me like an extra leg room. Then I go extra leg room. Then I go premium. Then I go, like, me never miss, like, in my whole career, I've never missed a step. As far as, like, humbly going through the whole process and wave of the music, because I feel like some of the time, Missy man get one song right now and I 6 of them in the first class. You know, me never get them luxury there.
Right.
Me don't know what it's like. You know what I mean? Since it's like for me, I feel like that whole song, that one song shaped me as an artist mentally.
And that's a perfect analogy, right?
Yeah.
The plane analogy, because again, for those of you who fly on planes, 37A is close to the toilet.
Toilet, man.
Right?
Bathroom
And
fresh air,
yeah. And what Kranium is saying, that he started all the way at the back of the plane, and as his career grew, he also moved up. Right?
Yeah.
He moved up a couple of seats until he got to extra leg room, until he finally made his way to first class. It wasn't a situation where it was like, yo, may I have the artist song first class. And that whole process is a humbling process within itself.
Yeah,
right?
It shaped my mind, for real.
When you now realize that you have the #1 song in dancehall, right? Not in New York, but in dancehall, right? What was that like for you now, as far as the Jamaica settings goes? Because here's it, before you say a word, right? Because again, we're going to have a great conversation, bro, right? One thing that I can tell you about the way our industry is set up, for whatever reason, right, it's always Jamaica versus foreign. We don't speak about it, but it is what it is, right? We see it in the actions of everybody. It's Jamaica versus foreign, because Jamaicans live in foreign too, but it's Jamaica versus foreign. If you speak to Shaggy, if you speak to Shinehead, if you speak to all of the other guys that did it from this part, they will tell you how hard it was for them to infiltrate Yard, right? You end up with the #1 song in dancehall, which means it's playing everywhere in the dancehall in the diaspora, right? How is that for you now, when the industry, the Jamaican side of the industry, realizes that it's a foreign youth will have the #1 dancehall song?
It became a situation where I feel like one,
Be honest with me.
No, the best way to put it is like, it was very like, I don't know about nobody else. For me, a lot of people didn't even know what I look like. So it was not necessarily like, if a fan situation in the early part, I never really had much, I would have said like problem, because I remember calling my cousin and be like, yo, my boss, you know. When I say, yo, nobody don't know you don't say, brother. I'm not talking about the biggest song. I say, yo, I'm just leaving BT yesterday. You know what I say? Yeah, man. Hot brother, man. Say, which song that? Yo, brother, you know what song? Nobody have to know. I came here and tell me, say, I'm a big song. We don't know it. So I think me here to play now. And like, you can't hear the man in the background now for conversation there. So for me, in the early part, it take a long time. Like, Jamaica catch on long. But they play the record early, you know. But like me as an encounter with everybody, it was a very long time. So it wasn't even like, you see me, I said, but me get enough, like, me personally, like, when me and people at the stores, like, enough ratings, man.
You got ratings?
Enough ratings.
So, and that's the interesting part. So you got the ratings off the back, or was it kind of like you had to work your way in? Because over the years, we've seen that it's a slow acceptance amongst the artists in Jamaica when another artist that is based in foreign bingos.
All right, if you think about the artists, I'm about some fine. And the type of music that we all sing, right? I feel like most of us, I don't know if it's because we grow here, so it's like we not over promote things, you know. Like, for example, like a man, like, you would not know me have 9 plaques. I don't post these things, and I don't do extra nothing. So it's not like, say, it's like me know me have things, but me just humble them with it like away. So
I think
like,
we grow different, though.
Yeah, so it's like the high part of it. I feel like it play a lot. Like, some of the time we as artists have to make the nice people know. Some of the time I just don't think they even understand or even know, because we are just so good to the point where that we don't worry about that. We are say, yo, you know what, this way I focus on. So I think some of the time it's the focus rather than like the nice, because we live in we doing music where it's nice. It's very important to them more than anything else.
You get to Jamaica as the artist that has the #1 dancehall song. What is that experience like? Are producers willing to work with you?
Yeah.
Are well, you see, here's the thing also that I want people to also understand. Producers have a different culture in Jamaica than the artists them, because producers are looking for their material to go worldwide. So if Kranium is the foreign youth, them are going to want to record the foreign youth, because if the Spanish youth are run the place, them are going to want to work with the Spanish youth, right? Because they want their creations to go far. The artists come from a different cloth than the producers in Jamaica, right? The artists will sometimes kind of not mingle with you based on the fact that no history no dead. Them never see you run up and down and go studio barefoot. Them never see you in a taxi. Them never see you hang out down a where they ask for microphone. So you are talking about you bigger than me when me do all of these things.
That's what you mean. Okay.
You understand?
Yeah, man. Them things that those things happen 100%. But for me, it was more like you gotta listen to me. You know what I mean? Cause alright.
So you didn't get the instant embracing from most of the artists then?
The artist, no. Me never. There was no. There was no real encounter. It's two different worlds at the time.
So when you go yard,
we never really linked like that.
Oh wow.
Yeah, because every time I go to Jamaica, I said I'm going to do interviews, go beach, link to a girl.
So you wasn't doing the music from that aspect in the beginning then?
No,
from Jamaica?
But a record there. So for example, like, let me share an example. For me, like, everybody that I've worked with as a producer in Jamaica, them get hits. Marcus, Bujuson, did last night. Liquid did and Jam 2 did Can't Believe. Fras Justice Style with me Alkaline. Javi get Girl Policy. So I've always me no idiot, like me can't hear sound. The problem now, let me tell you what the real problem with the producer them was this. Them have this dumb thing where them do me hate. Like me it irritate my soul. A man will send me a beat. And in the email, you know what them say in the beat or in the WhatsApp, if them have access to WhatsApp. Yo, singer, me have the next international hit song for you, or the hit record for you, or the hit rhythm. Me have the international thing. Bro, what is the international rhythm? I never understood that. So instead of them send me the rhythm them, where them actually are produce for the artist them always try send me something with like some Keisha Cole or some Beyonce or what they think is an international, and that was always been the problem with
which is my point.
Yes.
So instead of accepting you
yes
as one of us,
yes,
right? They look at you as the artist that can give them the international
yes.
exposure. So when they're looking to furnish and feed the core, they might look on a certain set of artists, which you don't include you.
Thank you very much.
When they're looking now to say, yo, this can get played upon commercial radio and make some big money and possibly get me a Grammy nomination, this is what I'm going to send to Kranium. Right?
I would say no, it become a problem.
And see, this is what I'm saying. So again, even though you're a super great conversation, even though you're a super artist with creative, writing ability and melodies, right? The industry, by force of habit, them man you don't know what they might do, They don't know what they're doing by force of habit and just following the routine of the culture. Them say, you know what, Kranium, I don't really wanna we.
Yeah,
Kranium are the international man.
That's exactly what it is.
Right? But the other man them man they are the dancehall man them.
Yeah.
And this is how I'm asking you, how did you overcome that narrative, or are you still living in that narrative?
Still living until this day, but I'm telling the truth. Like, man, alright, me have producers were big. We never call him, obviously. We send me beat. And then, alright, you're good, man. Everything good. Because I know what everything good mean. You know, everything good. When I'm sending my beat, me not like it. Everything good. Because me tell everybody, I vice for anybody. There's not one person I wouldn't vice for. All the one that didn't go around me at the beginning. Me still vice for because I don't fight chemistry. You know what I mean? So I always vice. The problem is that, as me say, is like, when you send me beat, me have to explain to them, say, bro, send me where I make for the next artist them. Like, send me the same thing. Like, why you send me something with keys if I want that, I go check a R&B person. Me I got LA. Like, me have access to got LA. I'm signed to Atlantic. Me can't go to LA, go vice with it. And then the next thing is like, and I'm on both sides, because even with the label side of things, them want to send me go work with Mustard, go work with this one, and yo, he just produced this, and and I say, go general, like, these are artists that understand, like, just relax, just make we pick the beat them. Matter of fact, we don't go fight it, because I don't want to say, yo, we are the one, we are get trouble. Let's go over there and see what's going on. We go there, revise up bag of song, and then them just call people and say, you know what, you guys do what you're doing.
Do what you're doing.
Because now them understand. So that's why I say it was so difficult. Like, I think nobody understand how hard it is and how proud me is lately of myself when I look back and see all of the steps and the process of how much headache it is for like really maneuver through this thing of being a dancehall artist from America. It's not one of the easiest things. Like, it's really not easy because, as you say, the man them down there start look at me as the international artist, and when them send the beat them not send me the rhythm them I like. And think about it, every song when me hit on from that side in Jamaica, it's always like the regular beat them when I get anybody else. But the man them always want to send me some, hey, me get some rhythm. I say, yo, I want to never link to Cylinder because maybe she can't hold the rhythm.
But you know what it is. You know what it is though, right? It's a compliment in a strange way.
Yeah.
Right? And I need you to understand this because I don't think that we all understand that certain things in the industry has just been ingrained in our mental space. It's a compliment in a certain way because these artists are looking at you and they're looking at the other artists who are on the ground and say, Uno never gonna make it to a certain level. So me now gonna even waste my time and go no them song ya, them rhythm ya. But Kranium, right, has the ability to make it to a certain level where Uno can't see. So you know what? Me I go give this to Kranium.
Yeah.
You on the other hand is looking and saying, brother, it's the organic songs or the organic rhythms that I've been successful in taking it to another level.
Yep.
It's not these washed down, R&B type reggae things that you guys are trying to create. So it's a compliment on one hand, but to you, it's an insult.
Yeah, it's like,
it's a funny space to be in.
Yeah, it's true.
And this is why I say to you, man, like, don't matter what the industry tries to portray, your journey and your contribution has to be celebrated and noted. As you say, it's not easy to go from foreign and bus and carry the torch, right? What is, or how is the second or third phase of your career now when you're starting to perform with the very same artists that, that really were labeled the hit makers in the dancehall space?
I mean, perform with them is cool, because we alright. For example, like I think what I said, like last year to this year would be the most me ever performing in the Caribbean. In my whole entire career.
So your career is still growing?
Yes.
It's still growing. That's what it means. That's what it means. But here's interesting, and I'm sorry to cut you, but I want people to really understand.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And we want to celebrate you. Right? So all this time, right? You said 2013, nobody has to know. So for the last 12 years, right? Let's say maybe 10 years of it, your career has been thriving on outside of the core, correct?
100%.
Which again is something that needs to be commended because what it means, is that to us as hardcore people, you're a commercial artist, right? To those people, you're a yard artist. You see with that sweet, you see with the sweet spot there.
Yeah.
So there's a space there. And I understand it so well. There's a space there that makes you unique in so many different ways, right? So now you have all of the international hits. You're the big man, the 9 plaques, right? And all of these streaming stuff. And now you're starting to enter the core and starting to dominate the core as well. So you got to feel good about that, man.
It's a good feeling, man. You know what I mean? That's me say, because it's like now me I learn how to perform a set,
to your people.
Yeah, but switch the
set.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, there's certain songs like we're going to use track list is like we could try this a guy and I was like cool. We could try this in where were they again? Saint Vincent. I said, all right, cool. This. No, it's like I know my set. All right, we're just in Australia. Me not have to talk to my DJ. There's no conversation. The only thing we say where we are start with. That's it. When we there, I'm in Fiji. The other day I perform in Fiji, and I'm like, all right, this is cool. Like, we never care. Just play Bam Bam rhythm. We just walk out to that. You know what I mean? Because it's like we know exactly what we do. No, it's like, all right, yo, Bermuda call, yo, yes I call. I said, damn. So we have to go really switch up the whole thing. So it's a great feeling, and I like, but I love the Caribbean now, like performing, because I've never done it enough to fall in love with it, if that makes sense. Because me just used to put on my jacket, me there in one place or in one corner, I just see people. Now me I hear different accent and stuff. Just a vibe. So as you say, like, now it's like the career still a grow and it's an amazing feeling because so my time, when we look back on who we start with and where we did, it's incredible, brother. Like
it's a serious place that you're in, though. I want you to understand that because here's where it becomes serious for you, right? Even though you have the whole international success, and you and I know that presenting the music on an international platform is totally different than presenting it to the core, right? In order for you to be able to break that stigma of being the international artist, this is the time in your career that's going to be the most testing. Because now you're sharing the stage with the people who the industry looks as the real dancehall entertainers. And if you are the one that's in that space giving a commercial performance, then you're always going to be the commercial artist. But if you're the one that comes to that space now and you can just pepper the situation and keep up with the artists who run the core, the industry starts to look at you as a total different artist. So in this time, right, this is, and I don't know if you realize it yet, this is your biggest test. Because if you perform properly in this space, all of that stigma that you have been carrying with you for the last 12 years goes away.
Yeah.
Because now you're just a authentic Jamaican artist that just happened to take another route to fame. But if you fail, you're just a commercial artist.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
It's crazy. Yeah. But with that being said, I had the pleasure of coming to the UBS Arena, right, and seeing you, right?
Yeah.
And guys, let me tell you this about Kranium, right? It was even surprising to me because, again, I'm telling you that I haven't vibed with Kranium in a very, very long time, right? The crazy thing about it was Kranium didn't really even have to perform, because he starts the songs and the whole 20,000 people, 18,000 people, whoever was in the stadium, sings every single song word for word. The lighters are in the ear, the phones are in the ear, and it's crazy. And I'm going to be honest, I haven't been to a Kranium concert. So when I saw that, I'm like, blow that, yo, this mad. And you know me, I understand the journey and I admire what you've accomplished. So I'm standing backstage and I'm like, yo, I'm wondering how the rest of them man you feel that. I wonder how these guys feel. Because again, right, you know, there is I know you say, boy, I love the foolishness, but it's not really foolishness. It's just that I'm aware of that tension that always exists, right? So when a man feel like he might run the place at Jamaica or run the place in at the core, right? And then now he gets into an arena and a next man where him claim said, now run the place, has the whole stadium standing up and phones are wave and people are sing. I kind of really want to know how you feel about that, bro.
I feel great. Yo, there's a TikTok post of that guy on TikTok. I was performing in the stage, right? So in my record, like, him about 4 girls long, and him have the phone and record on TikTok. And the caption say, yo, I never know that so much hit song the man have until me there and see it. Because sometimes people don't realize how many songs I actually have until me there on stage. You know? So it's a great feeling for no say, yo, you know, with the in a stadium where we are singing and the people them are singing out the song word for word. And it's a mixed crowd. It's not like say a Kranium crowd. It's not like say, yo, it's Kranium alone on the bill and my fans them alone come out. You know, it's good for us to say, yo, we have the place away and we just deal with it, you know.
It's amazing, guys. If you're not a Kranium fan yet, you should be. I mean, I know if you're part of the dance hall, especially the modern day dance hall, you are partying and enjoying Kranium's music because it's infectious in the dancehall space. This man has done quietly and humbly. He has broken records. He has made a lot of history, and he has done it from foreign, from New York. You know what I mean? Yeah. Which is crazy. You're signed to a major label now?
No, we just do. I'm with it's the same team. I would just distribute through Archer.
Okay. How is that like for you? Just the how are you coping with the stardom?
I mean, I have days, you know. We all have days. We have days because there's so much pressure on you as a artist, you know. Like I was having this conversation earlier to I come here. Whether it's all right. You have time and it's high, you know, and you know. Artist things are drugs in it. High, you know, you get a little different vibe. You know, must a woman like you, you know, woman think if you're ugly, woman think you're cute, you know, understand? So it's a whole different experience. But I don't know if because I grew up foreign and I'm there. I used to be around a lot of people don't know. So Prodigy and me is very close. So I used to be around Prodigy for a lot of my time.
For those of you who don't know, that's the rap group Mobb Deep.
Yeah, so I've been around Project for a while. So I used to go on the road with Project actually. So we've been around the artists there, man. We've been so they move and we've been to the lifestyle and everything. So when my time came, being an artist wasn't hard for me. You know, like I already knew what comes with it and how to deal with certain things. Obviously, we're not perfect every time. In the early stage of it, it was very awkward for me. You know, like very, very awkward, and then eventually I just get used to it. So
I used to, I don't want to use the word doubt, but if I'm to sit here and have an honest conversation with you, I was confused because in the early days, and I think Pee Wee would feel the same way too. But of course, Pee Wee would see something in you different than I would because he spends more time. I used to be like, yo, how that youth here gonna reach far? I'm just too humble. He's not an artist. That youth here just too simple with the thing. You know what I mean? So even though the songs are big, it was just like, you know, cause you have some people, right, in the industry where they're not as talented as you are, but they light up a room. As them come in, you feel like, artist that. He just need some song, but the artist.
Yeah.
With you, it was kind of like, what? But then eventually, I started to see you. I guess it's, you know, the opportunities that you've been forced to really embrace, where I started to see you come out of that shell.
The thing with me is like, all right, as I'm gonna say this to any artist if I'm foreign. The thing is, if I understand, when the odds is against you, your only real true power is networking. And your only true power is legitimately like connecting the dots of understanding that you're not beneficial until they're beneficial. And in my early stage of my career, knowing how my start going with me, Bossum and who me I deal with and the type of industry that I'm in, I knew that the only thing gonna save me is personality. Personality was the only thing gonna save me. You know what I mean? Like I had to be likable. And I had to program myself because we're not a saint. We're not going up here sitting like we're a saint. You know, I will have my own battles them early out night. Anybody from Queens who know me know say, yo, anything with me have right now, I deserve it. And I've been there, done that. So for me personally, it's just like I had to find a balance in being an artist, but still being a person where me can have reason with
People
because, you know what I mean? Because
approachable and likable.
Yes, because I wasn't somebody who was their favorite. I've never been their favorite out the gate. Because, yeah, man, man, I think about, people understand, the main hub for dancehall is New York, too. As much as Jamaica is New York. Because remember, just like when them have Uptown Monday and this Tuesday and Wednesday, remember, say we still have, I forgot, Lana's on Tuesday night go promote. I still forgot Keris Banquet Hall. I still have to go over Garage, you know. So, I'm still seeing the same people that is in the hub of where the music start that don't look at me like Kranium, look at me like Kemar, because he know me long time I mean my brethren. But no, me if say, brother, not because me a brethren in it, go, come on, bro, you have to play the thing them. So now it boiled down to a situation where I had no choice but to be like very humble and cool and still I go. People wonder, yo, brother, you're Kranium, you're no Lanas. Bro, we do MTV, I mean BET, 106 and Park, 6 o'clock, or 3 o'clock or 6 o'clock, and I'm in Lanas tonight. Like nothing that's not my while like it's nothing.
Right, it's not a big thing.
Nobody never understood it.
Cause you had to find a way to balance both worlds.
I understood it. Like me get it. You know what I mean? Like me get it. Me not try to be a star amongst the people them. You know, that's not when me outside, alright. When me go up, alright, when I put on my shades, I mean put on my book bag, I mean put on my Air Force and my hat, I mean take up my suitcase, go up on a plane, Kranium exit the house. When I'm not working, me know to separate Kranium from Kemar. Like I've always known to separate it. You get what I'm saying? And me always understand that fans are the most important thing because at them buy the tickets and them. So I was always understand that early.
So that's interesting. You have a formula where you turn off your character
yes,
and
man,
put it back
100%. Me tell me no one talk. When me want to work, me not chatting.
You know what?
No, I'm not chatting, man. You know, me not talking right now. Work. But then me know when to come back and just calm and just drink my white rum straight and hold a conversation and build. You know what I mean? Like, me know how to, legitimately know how to do both. You know what I mean?
I think you would be either the first or one of the few that has had that challenge in a foreign settings where you, and again, it's a crazy dynamic because Pee Wee and your management understands the hardcore element and the need to be authentic in the space. Right? So maybe if you did drop Monk some some man where just a try go straight commercial radio and be a commercial artist and looking for the next Rihanna, a male version of Rihanna, your trad would have been different, right? But because you
I don't even want to say it.
no, but you understand what I'm saying?
I've seen it, man. I've done interview with artists already where we're hot. Them have the big song and me have the big song. One more international, one up on the core. And I see one of the interview when I say, I want to give thanks for this opportunity. You know, I'm here with my army and, you know, I want to thank the big song, you know. And him attack, he's calling he have a name for him fans already. One song, you know.
One song.
But he have a name for him fans already and everything. And me I look at me and say, you know, it's go sticky. It's go really sticky, you know, because people like, when some artists, when them boss, I never understood when artists boss. Atlantic call me because they love, nobody has to know. You cannot make me boss and then tell me. And nobody has no remix. You know who we had on the remix? We had Jason Derulo. I had Jason Derulo and nobody has no remix. At the peak of film career. Me I talk about the man had like fire. And the man come on the song and him say one word, like him say him want eat or like sugar or something like that. And me say, hey,
don't mash up my song.
This not gonna work.
Don't mash up my song.
And them over there them talk, oh no, I'm telling you, this gonna be a big thing. And I say, I understand that, but the career I got dead tomorrow morning. The minute it come out, I get the hype in about it, I got dead. Them not listen to me. So I say, all right, you know, make me be the bigger person. I reach out to the man. Spoke me, say, yo, I forgot to change this. I said, man, I don't see nothing wrong with that, man. Like, all right, that's dead. That now come out.
You just refuse it?
Yeah, refuse that. Then we go again and we try off Tinashe. Tinashe, what she have again? What is song him? Love to get hot. My girl come and say, yo, she like when she depend, what? Something like that. And same sweet something again. Sugar, me I say American, I love sugar. I say, everybody say the same thing. And me I say, this not gonna work, you know. And then it so happened that we say, yo, we have to try one more person. And then Tyson make his verse. So I say that to say this, like, me wasn't dumb enough. If he say, yo, Jason this, yo, let's go. You know what I mean? I always make sure I say, yo, my country narrative, I say, hey, listen, this is not a song. He's an artist, like, I actually have a career for it. You know what I mean? I don't want this to be a moment. This not going to ever be a moment for me. This is going to be a longevity thing. So, if I'm not going to lie still, it take a lot out of me when I go at night and I say, yo, I have Jason Derulo up on my song, bro.
And you have to take him off.
I have to take him off for a song, you know what I mean? And we all did agree, but like, you have people, obviously, the business side, it look great. On paper, it look amazing. That's Jason Derulo. Kranium, come on, that's Z100.
But you see why it's, and this is why I'm saying it's always important to do core interviews and have core conversations.
Yeah.
Because your core audience will never understand or didn't know the sacrifice that you are just talking about, right? They're looking at it as, you know, your career is just what it is. But they don't know that in order for you to keep the authenticity of the culture that we push, right? You have came into challenges that would allow you to say authentic or money, authentic or record sales, right? So this is why I cherish these type of conversations, and I like to pull these conversations out of you, because here's the thing now. I just learned something. What I've learned, and those who are listening is learning, is like, yo, right? As much as you want to push Kranium into this commercial space, right? He has operated in the commercial space with a authentic and hardcore mindset. Because if you was a next artist, you'd just say, yo, make us sweet up the thing, man, and top the charts, there, man.
That's the number one thing I go, man. Yeah. I have a situation, there was so much situation where, we're not going to call him, obviously, but we have a situation where I'll choreography, man. Man, say, when you go learn choreography. Me,
them want you to dance and do. Chris Brown.
Yeah,
Chris
the
Brown.
one that I have features with big artists who said me song already, and them just that try control the narrative of all song for go and release and all them stuff. Like I got through all them stuff then. But we I say, yo, me believe in myself, man. I got gamble with myself, you know.
So you made a lot of sacrifices.
Enough sacrifice, man. So much that when like it me I talk about some good we have and deals too, separate from just that. Like there's so much things that we do where we just have to just bill it, man. I just understand, say. But you know the funny thing is I've always knew that I wasn't gonna be one of them artists that would fall off. I just knew it.
You knew it?
I knew it, 100% knew it. Because me used to like listen to other artists and say, okay, you're not better than me.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think that is something where me actually that keep me going. Like when me hear a man, me say you're good, but you're not better than me.
You're not better than me.
Yeah, and I feel like that give me the you know, like yo, you have all of the hype and you have everything, but you're not better than me.
Right, and I think that would also give you the confidence to know, well, if people rate you, they might rate me even more.
That's exactly what it was. You know what I mean? I saw this agent Sasko interview too, where me actually laugh at him say to come say him say, yo, man say, when you the boss? I say, yeah man, cause we just use some artists, I know say, me better than him. And I say, oh, okay, so artists actually feel that way for sure. Cause I hear some song and one thing, and then the next thing with me is like, one of my good quality when me can big up myself on is this. There's so many artists out here that never meet me or know me or ever have conversation with me that I may went on radio without them knowing that it was me. There's so much artists out here where get them first spin pan at 97 or 105 where me see self and I tell self say, yo, that song is the bad song. Or me a call man and I say, yo, no, if you want honest, me I send him a song line email. I say, listen,
and you know that's interesting, and that is a powerful statement as well, because, and let me explain to you guys why I think that could happen, right? Once, and this is outside of Jamaica, because Jamaica, there's two authorities when you really think about it or two authoritative positions that you can hold, right? Some of us end up being able to have authority in both markets, right? But Kranium became, because of his success, the U.S. authority or the foreign authority. So when all of these selectors who are playing on commercial radio realize that you are authentic and commercial at the same time, right? When you say, yo, Pee-wee should forget a spin, they're going to take your, okay, Kranium said that this, Chin couldn't go in there and say, yo, play Pee-wee. They're going to say, yo, but you're not proven yet. Right? It's the same way that in Jamaica, certain artists have a say-so of who goes through the gate and who don't go through the gate. Yeah. But when they come out foreign, nobody don't know them. Yeah. Right? And it's the same way. So again, what you just described is another level in your career. So, and I'm going to be honest with you, Kranium, I don't know if you realize this. Like, there are milestones and achievements that you have credited in your career. And there are also other things that I'm thinking that you look over because you just don't know what they mean. And when I'm listening to you talk, I'm like, but Kranium missed that part there. It's another authoritative step along the way to fame. You know what I mean? Enough, so when you got, other artists getting on the radio and saying, yo, give him the break. Give him the break.
What I mean by that meaning like, not because, all me always open it is like, if a dancehall song is on radio, it doesn't just help the artist. Like, the artist think it's about them. It's not
we
about
all
you.
win.
It's about a culture.
Yeah.
So me need more fuel on the radio for when my song come in. We're doing so good on radio that me actually get in. So if me say, P, we have the artist song, or Chin have the artist song right now, I'm in the road, we have all the reason I say, yo, man, I lie right now, Chin song hot, you know? This is the hottest song right now. We not going to run it and lie. But I have time to call Pee-wee and I say, Pee-wee, my boy, I sang at you know. Yo, give him a strength for me and blast the song for me. I must say, yo, because of you. No real talk. Like, right. Actually say, yo, me feel like say him. And people say, yo, my boy, find one, you know. Yeah, like, this is a bad record. I say it to me, I listen to it. Like, I've never been in a situation where me or a man and me feel bad. Me want the song on the radio. Me no mind if I 7 nights up there.
The fact that they trust in you is definitely a major accomplishment. Guys, those of you who are just locking in, Kranium is in the building, man, and we're having a really great conversation. I hope you guys are learning more about the artist and learning more about the sacrifice, right? So far, he's described sacrifice. He's also described keeping it as authentic as possible in the space that he's in, which is when you are a core artist, it's easy to keep it authentic, right? You're not seeing as much opportunities. There's not as much money being dangled in your face, right? But when you are in the space where Kranium is in, where temptations are there, where you can get to do collabs with certain artists and you can get to, sell more records and you can get to be on more big stages, right? It becomes very, very challenging to say no. You have to have willpower. You have to be able to say, no, man, may I keep my thing authentic. right? And you got to do it for the lifestyle. There always has to be there should be, and not everybody is able to perfect it, right? And guys, clap it up for Kranium for that. He's explaining to you guys that it is challenging. It's not impossible, but it's challenging to find a middle ground, a comfortable space between being authentic and still being commercial, right? Because listen, every artist wants their music to go as far as it can go. Nobody wants to have a song that has potential to go far and, they hold it back because they want to stay authentic, right? You have to find a space in order where you can stay true to the people that you support, the culture that you support, but at the same time allow the music to open up new doors, not only for yourself, but for the culture as well, right? I've heard Kranium say he's been in Australia and other different, and I'm sure he's been in a whole lot of other places where the dancehall has not really burst into its full form yet, correct?
Yeah, Albania.
Albania, wow.
I prefer Albania.
Wow.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Oh, God.
Is that the strangest place that you've performed,
yes,
Albania?
Definitely. Albania was, I think Fiji too. The last time I went to Fiji, I think I was one of the first dancehall artists actually in Fiji. Like the guy told me that, 100%. Yeah. So, but Albania was different. That was a whole different experience, you know what I mean? And it was amazing. But I mean, we got some places where dancehall is really good, and then the places that is big. And then this place that shocked me, like when I was in Israel, like that was different at the time when I went there, and I've been there like 2 times.
Israel, wow.
Yeah, man, like 2 times or 3 times I went there. Albania, that was different, and the way else we go was just like shocking. There's some place we can't even call them name. Just where this exists, me if I look on the map.
Yeah, what is that like? What is that process like when management says to you, we just got a booking in such and such and such? You're like, what? Why? Like, what's going on? Like, you know what I mean? That's strange.
Not really. Just like, all right, so you have certain songs that just touch certain places different. So like, there's a song named Boom. But I've never in my life go to hear that play yet. But it's just Albania just big. Like Malaysia is just big. Like there's certain places just big. So when I get certain call, eventually, puzzle me is like, all right, when we get there, then me decide, as I said, they switch the set thing. So I say, all right, cool, I forgot to sing them song. Then I've always been an artist who collaborated with some different artists across the world who just, huge. So like me going to Africa where just know say, yo, the song with me and Kiss Daniel is huge. Can't believe it's like the biggest song. And what basically said? Each one of my songs them, who has so many powers in different. So nobody have to know would be like the big song here and all of this. Then Weekend was like, all right, me I go Canada. Yo, me I go close the Weekend because I feed them this, you know what I mean? Because I think it's platinum there, right? That's what. And then me I say, all right, cool. All right, girl policy, nah, like I have London away. You know what I mean? Just like
that's a good problem to have.
It's a good problem to have. You know what I mean? Then in the Caribbean, I say, all right now, you can't go in higher life. Like like no matter how much try to think about it, like yo, higher life right now. Just leave it alone. Now, in time, go and do here to my boss. You know what I mean? So.
And you know what I like about Kranium and what I think the secret is to the success of Kranium is that the music is relatable.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's not fantasy made up lyrics with a melody, but it's actually some catchy melodies with realistic, lyrical content. Yeah. You know what I mean? So, from the nobody has to knows to the lifestyle, every ghetto youth have a dream, right? These are things that when you hear the lyrics and then you match it with the melody, you're like, yeah, man, I can rock out to this. Yeah, I can vibe to this. And I think that your secret has always been, just relatable content.
Good story.
Yeah, good storyline. You know what I mean? And then man and woman thing is always in there as well. Yeah. And then you present, I don't want to say that you present the gangster thing, cause it's not, your thing to me is not a gangster thing. Your thing is more of a ghetto youth looking for a better life thing.
Yeah.
I don't know if that resonates with you. You know what I mean? Me not hear you with the bad man, but I hear where the same man them where with a inner dancer bust a shot to a bad man song, man. They bust a shot to a song where it's speaking about uplifting your situation.
I think after Can't Believe, and I dropped the first project, I think at that minute, I always, as you said, the bossy shot for your song. I just at that minute I realized like, yo, all right, the balance. Because I cannot be 50 on stage and talk about girl more and do this to you and you know, like it started playing on my brain from me about 24. Me I say, yo, me know I had 50 minutes on stage I sing them type of songs. That gonna be weird and awkward. That gonna look like a bastard up there. You know? Look like I gonna look pervertish. So me no want the on the level there. So that's when the balance coming off the buy where you want to buy and the I will always give thanks to my life and you know what I mean, those type of songs and me come with the higher life. So I've always just balanced it. So as far as the music concerned, I think I'm at the point in my career where I'm just a great storyteller that make good music and pick the right beats and just flow. Like,
how do you come up with the stories?